Yo, 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 testing 1, 2, what's up? We are live, back in action here on the Pokerstaples channel. Thanks so much for joining me on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Very excited to play some poker with you all today. We got a full slate of tournaments coming up on PartyPoker. Feeling fresh, feeling relaxed, feeling focused. Ready to get it, man. Ready to get that money. Coming off a great week last week as well. I think we tripled our money. We had like maybe 1,400 of buy-ins, and then we cashed for around 5,000 or something like that. So really good week. Hoping we could replicate that again today. Playing a lot of the same tournaments, so should be good. We're actually on break right now, but I have 4 tournaments up and ready to go, so I'm going to register those right now. Pretty good week. Kind of filtering back into the normal life here a little bit. Getting a little organized from the trip to the UK. Feeling a bit more like myself, so yeah, having a good time, man. And excited to continue on this grind. Let's put that here on table 4. Beautiful. And we're good there. So this is going to be the big Sunday. It is indeed a freeze out on table 4. And I think we're going to start with 5 tournaments, I think. So here's the 320 on table 5. There we go. Okay, nice. It is a mystery bounty tournament, so this actually needs to go in white. There we go. Next up, we have the Super 55, which is also mystery bounty today. We're going to put that on table 1. So here we are. Great. And the white felt. Love it. Beauty. Okay. And then the last tournament that's already running is the 55 Daily Legends Masters. Let's go, says Jim. Go. What's up, Jim? Thanks, man. In progress, my friend. We did final table this last week. Max late regging, too. So hopefully we can do something similar this week. And starting up in 6 minutes, we have the Super 215 on table 6. So I'm going to get that going as soon as it pops up. All right. Artagosis. What's up, Artagosis? How are you? Welcome. First comment in the Twitch chat. Good to see you. Mads back. Good luck to you. Thank you very much, Mads. Appreciate that. Okay. Great. Everything seems to be working, I think. And we're just going to kick off these tournaments in a second. I see Matty Ice in 2 of my tournaments so far. The 215 and the 320 is already on the leaderboard, so he's there. Eamon, add some art. Best wishes, Jamie. Thank you, man. Yeah, I would love to buy some art, dude. I'd love to buy some art. It's been a second. You know what I'm actually thinking about next? As sort of a little gift to myself at some point, is I don't have any way to play CDs or records in my house. I don't own any either, but I wouldn't mind starting to collect some of those. Not like insane or anything, but just, you know, some of my favorite artists have it as part of what's in my life, so to speak. So I want to figure out a solution for that, where I can play music in probably in my living room, you know? Got to figure it out, how to do it. So yeah, I don't know. That's like, I'm not going to do that based on winning today, but I've been thinking about that as well, compared to the art. All right, and here's that 215 Super. We're going to put it in green for just a conventional knockout. And 5 tables on the go. All right, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Good luck, says Mikkel. Thank you, Mikkel. Good luck, us. Let's make it count. Kaiser Soze limps. Let's go for an aggressive line here with King 5. What's up, buddy? Good luck today, says Big Fiegs21 on Twitch. Excited to watch you grind along with NFL Red Zone. Let's go. Cheers, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, dude. I have no idea what's going on in American football. I guess it's mid to late season right now, I guess. Tottenham had a fantastic soccer football match yesterday. That was the sports I watched, and oh hell yeah, it was awesome. We beat Man City 4-1, which was unexpected, I would say. Not unexpected that we could win. You know, we probably weren't favored to win, but to win it was 4-0 actually, wasn't it? Yeah. Was incredible. So really nice turnaround for my Tottenham Hotspur after like a tough loss to Ipswich a couple weeks ago. We're doing pretty well on the table now, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we are 6th place in the Premier League table, but there's 3 teams tied at 22 points. And Man City's at 23. So basically we're 1 game off being, you know, T2 almost, you know, like we're totally in contention here. I mean, we're not catching Liverpool, who is 12 points clear of us right now. At least we're not catching them yet, but it's looking okay. King Queen's going to be fold here to the raise 3 bet. Big win tonight, brother. Keep the faith. Good luck. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful about it. I mean, I don't know if I come into the day thinking like, oh, I'm going to win today. Like, I want to win today. I'm going to try my best to win today. But it's hard to shut off the part of my brain that knows that it's just like, it's just, you know, there's a lot of variance and like I can do everything right and it can not work out. So I don't set myself up to like fail that way, you know? I'm just kind of like, I'm going to do everything I can to have a good result today and hope it goes our way. Still on a high after Spurs absolutely violated City. Kulusevski is so good right now. Man. Kulusevski, Matters, Johnson, everyone is just crushing right now, dude. Everything is going well. Queen 9-6, pretty big gaps here. Gonna go half pot. And who else had a great game? The Romanian Dragusin had a great game, you know, especially because he's been a little weak at times, but he had a great defensive match. So good, Isaacson, man. Such a great match to watch. It's got me excited about Spurs, man. Good luck, man. Let's see you first place. What is up, Paraturk75 on YouTube? Good to see you. What's up, Boza? GolfStaples. Andre Medeiros. What's up, Andre? Thank you. We're going to fold A6. And our King Jack gets 3-bet from Apina. Folds. Just not good enough, you know? Not a good enough hand. Keep it straightforward. Fold to the under the gun raise. Fold 4-9. Yeah, Spurs play AS Roma this week as well. Which is my friend Jeff Gross knows the owners of Roma pretty well, so he supports them. I don't know if it's like his only squad or anything, but he definitely is a big time supporter. So look forward to that match this week. Hey, Chris Moser, what's up, brother? Hello from New Jersey. Good luck on the grind today. I feel a big art score today. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Good to see you in the house. Kaiser Soze. 4-3 suited. Like, is a bit cheeky, I'd say. Twos. How do we play this hand? I'm going to start with a call. This is a 55. Let your reads be on and the bounties come your way. Let's get it, dude. Let's get some bounties, man. I followed you long enough, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so we won't discuss footy, says Big Flags 21. Well, thank you, bro. That would be good. I'm looking forward to the North London Derby. I just put it on my calendar this week, dude. Should be interesting. All the best, man. Captain Co-op, the legend, dude, dropping a 107-month resub. Gets a love of the chat for your boy. Captain Co-op, man. I watch Jimmy grind every night in my dreams. Hey, yo! Co-op. Wow. I got nothing but love for you, Co-op. You know that as well. You do know that. And you better get to know it. We're gonna 3-bet 7-8 suited here. Thank you, brother, for the 107. You're very kind, and you're a great time as well. So we 3-bet this 7-8 of clubs. Whaler's thinking about it. Four bet. Can't do anything with that. We're just not deep enough here to like call. Sometimes flop the flush draw. We get it in. It's fine. We're flipping. But we just don't have enough behind, so it's okay. Let's open 10-7 suited. Pretty decent hand. And on the button, we're going to raise a lot of hands here. 10-7 suited is actually not a bad one. 10-5-4. Just deciding if we want to bet bigger than a third. I don't think so. I think a third is right. What's up, Sumby Dumby? Hi, all. Good luck, man. Thank you, Sumby. Appreciate you. Best day of the week watching your stream. Good luck, buddy. Thanks, man. 10 on the turn. Bombs away. Pretty unlikely our opponent has a 10. They could easily have a 5 or a 4. All sorts of straight draws, flush draws that we can have as well. We want to go for a big bet here. And get big value from our 10s, and then also bet really big with our bluffs here too. Jack of spades on the end is pretty uncomfortable, actually, because we're not getting any value from like miss clubs, right? We're not getting, we're trying to get a call from like 8, 7, 6s, 5x, 4x by betting on the river. But all of their spades just got there to where we're going to lose a lot of money. I think we should check. Just because like the missed draws, we get nothing, right? Yeah, I'm going to check. There'll be the occasional better 10 too. Occasionally. Not too often though. So it is worth noting, like, we usually have the best hand here, but that isn't the question we have to ask ourselves when whether we want to bet this river or not. And I think we should bet the river with every 10 that has at least one spade. I think we should bet the river with some just naked 10s as well, but like we would more want to bet with ace 10 and king 10 and queen 10 than 10-7. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know. It's worth thinking through for all of you, I think. What is your river betting range going to look like? What's the worst hand that you're going to bet on the river there when the spade's complete? Pocket twos. Raise. It is pretty interesting to see pretty much everyone flounder the Premier League table except for Liverpool this year so far. Just such mixed results from everyone. And I would love if Ipswich beat Man United. That would be so fun. Anyways, raise and a 3-bet here to 40,000. So there's no bounty incentive here at all. I think we're just going to fold. We're going to fold ace queen because against an under the gun raise and then a 3-bet in the cutoff. Ace queen offsuit is like neutral. That's about it. King queen we c-bet, and now we're going to check folds. Okay. Moving on. King Jack. As ace jack with the ace of diamonds takes it down. That makes some sense. Definitely the backdoor flush draw ace high is not folding, man. Thank you, Rook. Thank you, man. Tomorrow, Newcastle, West Ham, eh? I don't know if I want to bet here or not. I think I should bluff now. In that when they check twice, it weights them a little bit more towards 9x, a little bit more towards 8x. The queen gives us the ability to fold those hands out a lot more easily. We make a straight. They lead for pot. I think we just call, right? They can definitely have a flush, and they do with the 7-4. We put them in a pretty tough spot there on the turn. They decided that they get to continue, which seems optimistic. Especially with the 7 high flush draw, Bree. You for real, Bree? Let's 3-bet. Right, like let's look at this spot. I mean, it's always fun to point out errors, but what I think is errors. 4-bet all in. We fold with queen 10. And I think we just shove here with our hand in their stack. I think we go for the big rip. So kind of a tough spot for them, I would say, right? But they're out of position with the 7 high flush draw here, right? Check, check, flop. They check turn, we bet. It's a lot to ask, right? You got to call 63 to win 150. All right, you're getting 2.5 to 1. You definitely don't have direct odds. You're relying on implied odds, which you will have some implied odds, but like, there's also the fact that you have a 7 high flush draw here, right? Like some percentage of the time, we're gonna have flush draws. So yeah, and they pot it. We obviously make the straight, so we call. But like, yeah, I don't. You're folding. You're folding the turn. I definitely don't think you're gonna be able to bluff enough to make that profitable. And you should lead the turn. You have 7 high. So it be what it be. It's getting a green tag from me. Moving on. 10s against ace jack here for 56,000. Looking good. There it is. Good luck, Jamie from Belgium. Thank you, Alexander. What's up? Seen pocket twos quite a few times already this morning. Really? How many times have I had them? A couple? Reshove ace queen. There's no bounties yet. It's a mystery bounty. We're a long way off that, but ace queen's a good hand, you know? Let's call it 10-9 suited in position. It's a nice looking hand. Sometimes when you make straights, they make bigger straights, which is not so good. Call again. Second pair, open ender, pretty decent spot. Jack in the end. Played Dispersi yesterday. They were blinding, as were the mighty Chelsky. Good luck tonight, pal. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, exciting match yesterday. Very exciting. Very small bet. I don't know. I call. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Five's full, but they bet like under a third. I don't know, bro. I'm paying you off a second pair for that price. I'm just paying you off. We're going to bet with King 9 here. 3-4 times. Oh, nice. With the pocket twos. Did I win any of them? Overrated hand, man. Coffee be pumping. Hello, Rebecca. Rebecca. Our friends just started a Minecraft server this morning, so Rebecca was in the mines. I'll probably play a little Minecraft. Nothing crazy, but I've got a picture in my head, you guys, of a cabin that I'd like to exist, basically. I don't want to say like a cabin that I'd like to build, because I'm not going to build it because it's too expensive. And not say that I'd like to own, because I couldn't own it because no one would make it. But I want to build it in Minecraft just to, like, you know, take this architecture idea in my head and make it a reality in some way. So here is... You want the vision? I don't know if you guys even want the vision of this thing. But since one of my hobbies over the last 5 years or so has been art kind of stuff, like literature for sure, big time literature. I've read a ton of books, maybe 160, 170. And filling in a little bit of info with history. We got some music going on. We've started movies a little bit. I don't know. I just find it a really fun hobby to explore art in some sense. So I would love to build a library. Now, I don't mean like a public library that's like huge, right? Like a personal library. And so I've got this picture in my head of sort of like a physical media room. As a cabin, and I kind of want to build it. The main thing would be on all sides would be bookshelves, right? Like not the front, but like 270 degrees of bookshelves, which would house obviously books, but CDs and records and movies and photo books and all that stuff. But on the front would be like these big windows that would, you know, look over nature basically. So it'd be a really nice place to read or to study or to learn or to, I don't know, gain knowledge amongst nature or something like that. I don't know, man. So I kind of want to build it in Minecraft, but obviously there's the whole part of like you need to get the resources to actually build the things you want to build. Like there's the survival element that's necessary before you can just build stuff like that. But yeah. Open 6-5, get a call, ace, ace, jack. We need a 7 from heaven. Good luck, Jamie. Thank you, Cheaty. Thanks very much, man. Jack 4 is a fold. Jack 7. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy living in a city. I really enjoy it. I think it's so much fun. But I do also enjoy the flip side of that, which is getting some time in nature. I really wouldn't want only one or the other. If I had to choose, I'd choose the city, right? But I do enjoy, you know, a couple days out of the month being in sort of peace and quiet in some sense. We really don't have a lot of equity here, so I think we have to give up. So Rebecca and I, you know, when we're daydreaming or whatever about you know, if we became a lot more financially successful or we had unlimited money, like what would we choose to do? I always think that like owning a place in nature would actually be probably the first step as opposed to owning a place in the city, and that it's so easy to rent in a city and move around and be mobile and find interesting spots. And it's not like you need some of the creature comforts in the city that you would like in nature, but I think I'm content to rent in the city, and if I ever own a home, it'll probably be in nature would be the first one, I think. I don't know. Do you guys ever think about that? Chika goes for the raise and a call from Kedama 007. In multi-way spots, I don't think this hand is very good, right? Like heads up, it's a good 3-betting / reshove hand. We're not deep enough to squeeze less than all in. It has to be all in or fold here. I mean, call's an option too, for what it's worth. Maybe let's do that. I think when you look up theoretical ranges in these spots, when you go 3 ways, you really drop a lot of those sort of like conventional bluff hands. Especially early in the tournament under no ICM. Like, you know, if there's ICM, I think we're all in there. But yeah. I died 4 times and logged off. Fair enough, Rebecca. That is fair enough. No fold here. Smash it today, man. Good luck. Thank you. In progress. We haven't made any progress yet, to be honest, but, you know. Coming off such a good week last week, I don't see why we shouldn't expect the same triple our money. Let's just do it again. Let's do it again, fam. So for the check call here, they had an auto button turned on, which is interesting. Is it auto call or is it auto check fold? I don't know. Check call the turn. Turn's not great. And we're in a bit of a tough spot here. We have a decent hand to bluff catch because we don't block all of the straight draws, the 10x, the queen x. We don't block the diamonds. They're not going to bet a deuce like that on the turn. Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably just call, and it is thankfully queen 4. This is a good spot to illustrate why in close spots where you're going to decide to call some, and you're trying to figure it out, not having the cards you want them to have is a really good thing. It just makes this hand more likely. So in close spots where you're trying to decide, usually you decide the hands that don't block the things, you know? It's giving Henry David Thoreau Walden. I haven't read that book yet, but I do have it on my shelf. Probably should read it. But yeah, the cabin in the woods, right, is the kind of the story. I don't have any desire for self-sufficiency, though. I have none, dude. No, I will completely rely on other people as much as I can. I'm terrible at a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I want to. There's no part of me that wants to live off the grid at all. Zero. Keep me on the grid, bro. Grid me up. But it is nice to, like, when you walk outside and you don't hear roads, you hear birds. It's pretty nice. This is a nightmare, obviously. This is terrible. I don't know. I guess we check and then don't fold in this 4-bet pot because, you know, they can have a bunch of stuff here. They could have ace jack. They could have ace nine. They could have kings. They could have queens. Yeah, we just check raise. They have like 1/3 of a pot. They hit the jack. Oh, we make a straight. Nice hand, man. Nice hand. We'll call it a tie. They're definitely going to have enough stuff in a 4-bet pot where we're not folding aces for under a pot size bet on the turn. But it's a bad turn, right? Like, we're we're trying to chop against some hands. Jacks is one of them. 9s, 8s, 7s is one of them. 10x is one of them. But you got to think about the raise 3-bet, call a 4-bet range, right? Like, and that's relevant. Ace king against 7s here. It looks like we're going to get a double up unless we do get a double up. Let's go. Ipswich, Man United, 1-1. You got to love that. You do have to love that. Good for you, Ipswich. Good for you, dude. Man United. Oof. Wonder what Spraggy's thinking, man. Hilarious. Is Spraggy the most famous Man United fan in poker? Yes, I think so. I think he is. Call, right? Like blind versus blind especially. I think we definitely want to call down here. Works well. The 9s we open. 3-bet cold call. We call as well. How about a 9? 9, the German kind. Okay. I mean, good spots. 88,000, 42,000, 50. Below starting stack in this one, but that's okay. On our comeback. Or on our come up, whatever you want to say. Open, 3-bet all in. There's no bounties or anything. And then a 4-bet all in for so much. We fold. Aces probably should call there, I think. They would call and lose a massive pot, but they should call because it would put a lot of money in the middle. And they want to keep me involved, I think. So I would have definitely found the call there if I was Kaiser Malone. Nonetheless, we move on. Call 7-9, and we've got some pieces. They're not great pieces, right? We have a gut shot. We have a whatever flush draw. That's a great turn, though, because we now have a straight. And after a check on the flop, probably we're not up against flushes. Probably, right? Bet the river. It's a bit of an awkward one if they raise here, I'd say. We have the same hand. There you go. There you go. I'm listening to music on the side. It's almost over, man. Tchaikovsky's Symphony Number 6. Pathetique. I don't know what's gonna be next, man, but I am enjoying listening to classical music just on my end, on the side. It keeps me really focused, man. I'd recommend it, honestly, because it's listening to music with lyrics is I think tough to do when you're playing cards. Just because there's a lot of information, you know, it gets in the way a little bit. Same with like listening to music with lyrics while reading is tough. And so you have music without lyrics, which is fine. But if you listen to like house music or techno or something like that, it's good and I enjoy it to keep you engaged. But the day is long, right? Like you don't really want to elevate your state of being when you're playing for like 8 hours. It's actually probably better to keep it calm for longevity reasons, I think, you know? So like classical music just does that for me. Passively listening to classical. So try it out, fam. I'm just saying. There's actually a great app if you have an Apple phone called Classical. And in the Classical app, when you browse, there's a bunch of ways that you can search, which make it really easy to find people you may like. So you can search by, I forget what the word is, so I'm just going to call it eras, right? It's not eras, but so there's different like time periods in music that have different distinctions, right? Like it does for all art. So there's, you know, there's Baroque, and then there's classical, and then there's romantic, and then there is everything that has happened since romantic in the 20th century onwards. But if you kind of like one style, it's easy to find the most important pieces from each style. And then it also shows you some of the most important composers over the history of classical music, but from each style period as well. So, you know, you might listen to a few things from like Tchaikovsky or Rachmaninoff or Beethoven or something. You're like, oh, I really like that guy. And then you can sort of go through his music and build up a little bit from there, you know? You can find recordings on YouTube as well, right? You could just use it as a discovery service to find the music and then listen to it for free recordings or something. But I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think it would be really useful for grinding, to be honest. Tens lose to ace king. I'm gonna re-enter. Just make sure I don't have a ticket though. Do not. Okay. I do not. So we're back in. Bullet number 2. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Greets from Germany and good luck tonight. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Greetings, Germany. How was the time off? Was this the UK visit? Yeah, not this week. I streamed last Sunday as well, but before that was a bit of time off. It was really nice, dude. Refreshing. I did get sick on the trip, unfortunately. We got COVID, which kind of sucked. But, you know, it's going to happen once a year-ish, it seems like. I've had it twice this year, unfortunately. But, yeah, so had to recover, you know, lost about a week of time where I was hoping to take nice long walks and hang out. But other than that, it was a really good trip and got to do some really cool things. Really enjoyed it, man. Yeah, it was awesome. And excited to be back on the grind and make some interesting poker content. Obviously try and play well. Last week was perfect. Like first day back, we tripled our money with a couple final tables. So fingers crossed we can do that again today. All right. King 7 of clubs, we're going to raise to 3,000 or so. Man, you know what was really nice last night? I went for a little walk, and it was just perfect temperature. I think it was 5 degrees, but man, what a nice vibe it was. I want to do that again today. Raise 3-bet, 4-bet from Plek. I fold. Damn it, Plek. Will you stop, dude? Friend of the stream, Plek. Speaking of classical music, actually, Plek also listens to classical music on Sundays, and I met the man in person at a symphony concert. True. It's a true story. Oh, thank God. It's still like 6 degrees every day. Thank God. We're not going to have any snow till December. I love it. Let's go. Sorry, Rebecca. Is what it is. I think Rebecca would take snow any day now. For me, I'm very much enjoying having a mild start to winter because it's going to get cold. It will. I'll tell you that. Pocket nines, pretty good. We're 28 blinds deep. It's an all-in. Even against this, dude, nines is really strong, I'd say. There's no bounties or anything, but it's just probably the best hand. I'm all in. Against sixes. Hold it. Très bien. C'est bon. Let's go. Wow. So a raise call and a shove for 40 blinds. There's no bounty portion yet in this mystery bounty. Ace 10 is a no good. It's too big of a shove. We're not going to see like ace 8 suited there, right? It's going to be ace jack suited, ace queen offsuit, pocket 7s, pocket 8s. We're flipping against the pairs, and then against the other things we're dominated. So yeah, definitely a fold. When did you last win a tourney? I don't know. We didn't win last week, did we? I think we got third or second. Yeah, we got third last week. I'm not sure, dude. Feels like a minute. I don't know. It'd be on the YouTube channel. Couldn't tell you, man. We don't get trophies nowadays for winning tournaments, right? So... Missed a stream last week. Sorry to hear you wasn't well. No problem. No problem. Is what it is. You know, London is such a special place. But you hop on a packed flight. It's like early November. It's like the season of illness, right? There's several people ill in our flight. You can hear them coughing everywhere, and then you get into the packed tube, and then you get into packed stadiums, and you visit family, and you go to a packed bar, and it's like, bro, you're just gonna get sick. It just is what it is. Like, it's just a social event. I don't know, social gathering. It's kind of unavoidable, I think. Lord Tupperware dropping the 25-month resub. Guess I love the chat for your boy Tupperware. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. You know, I don't know this about you, Lord Tupperware, but do you collect? Are you like you a big fan of the space, or? Bobby Winger in the building, the spin legend. Bobby Winger, good to see you, bro. Another Sunday, another grind. Good luck, Jamie. Thank you, Moga, too. Thank you, brother. What's up? Ticket down there, 95,000. So we're, you know, pretty good stack. I think we made a deep run in this tournament last week. We final tabled this last week. That's a terrible flop. And I think, is the big Sunday where we got third place? I think it was. Yeah. I think it was. And then like min cash the 320 with no bounties or something. Was just in the UK for the first time and loved it. Only had a 9-hour layover on my flight to South Africa for work, but the people were awesome there, and a proper English breakfast hit the spot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely. Maybe the thing that the English do best when it comes to food is the English breakfast, probably. Yorkshire pudding, full English breakfast, pretty nice, I'd say. But I don't think people in the UK know how good they have it when it comes to like urbanism or city setups or infrastructure. It's like it's incredible, dude. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I will not listen to any complaints about overground or underground rail service in the UK. I just can't. It's like people complaining about the trains being packed or the trains being delayed. It's like, you have a train. You're already winning. Like, you can get anywhere to anywhere at any time. It's like, bro, what do you mean? This is amazing. You have a train. You can get from like this small, tiny little town that has like 1,000 people living in it and has a train stop, and you can get to Birmingham in 2 hours any day you want. You don't have to like pack up your car and fill it up with gas and drive around and pay whatever it costs every year to insure the damn thing and then buy the thing and then register the thing and then fight through people. You could just walk down the street and hop on the train and you're there. And by the way, when you're on the train, you can, like, you know, sip on a nice drink, read a book. I don't know. Scroll your phone mindlessly and just vibe out. It's incredible. And people do complain about it all the time. And I'm like, you guys are crazy, man. You guys are crazy for this. I don't know what to tell you. People also say London sucks, and they're just wrong. It just is what it is, dude. You're just wrong. London is so great. It is really great. And I understand the whole north of the country whines about how London isn't friendly and how it's whatever, and it's different than other, because it's a big city. Very multicultural city, right? Packed with like endless stuff to do. And like, of course, if people were chatting to each other on the tube all the time, the city would shut down because there's too many people. There's no time for small talk when you've got 30,000 people piping through these small tubes in the ground. But it works, right? Like, that would be pandemonium. If you put the tube in like Calgary, Alberta, there would be problems every single day. It would be a nightmare. But it works there. It just works. You guys, like, the populace is great. Listen, I understand it's the whole shtick, right? Like, the cloud falling around and raining over the one guy, right, is like the English way, you know, like poor me kicked the rock down the road as the cloud continues. Like, it is funny, and I get it, and I understand this North American positivism is completely incomprehensible to all of you, but you do need to know, like, you've got something incredibly special, and you may not be as rich as America, but like culturally, infrastructurally, you're dominant. It doesn't even, it's just dominant, dude. You're only losing economically. You're winning in every other way, period. End of discussion, dude. Is what it is. You're the king of the Anglospheres. It's just, the thing is, like, you don't know it, and neither do the Americans. Is what it is. Incredible stuff. Anyways, moving on. Mogu2 dropping the 28-month resub. Gets a love of the chat for your boy. Mogu2. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Welcome back to the team after I romantically picture the beautiful place that is the UK. I am kind of grouping, by the way, Scotland and Wales and Ireland, even though I know they're very distinct and they're not all the same thing, but I'm grouping the way of life to being fairly similar. You know, I know there's a lot of differences, but in that, I mean, Ireland would be the hardest to group in there, but there's still a lot of similarities in terms of probably day-to-day life stuff. I don't know. Who, Jamie, let's get it done tonight. Let's do it, Joseph. Let's do it. Jim, good to hear from you today. Have a good grind, mate. Thank you, Trebendo Days. Sent a message to the man this morning. I mean, similar topic. That's what we're just talking about, man. Okay, so we're going to c-bet here. King, queen on king 7 deuce. We get a check raise from Divorce. Call. Is the turn good? Like, no, it's not good. The flush draw completes. Losing to king 7 suited, 7s, 2s, and any heart. No, call, I don't know. Beat king 7 now, which is nice. I think, like, this is a call hand on the river, but I'm worried. I don't know if this is Daniel Divorce or not. Certainly could be. I mean, would not be surprised in the 320. Under bluff spot, probably, but then also it's probably Daniel Divorce, in which case probably don't fold top 2, right? They bet less than all in, we should call. There's no reason to raise. Okay, onwards. I agree, Parisians complain about the trains, and I'm like, my brother, French trains are awesome. Word, right? Right? A6 not quite a jam here in the hijack. Jason in the building as well. What's up, man? Jason in the house. Just texting him the other day, too. What's up, everyone? Good luck as usual, mate. Matt from Derby, England. What's up, dude? Hello. Thank you for the good luck. George Stein's saying, good luck, Jamie. Thank you very much. Joseph McCafferty, thank you. Kyle Day, what's up, Kyle? Hope you make some final tables today. One of the first videos I ever saw is the 530 millions where you cutely broke down the combinations of hands your opponent had after you check raise bluff the river for the win. So well put together. I truly enjoyed how you talked through the hands. That was pretty fun hand, dude. One of the best calls I've seen regardless of you rivering top pair. That was pretty sick, man. I remember that hand. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Raise the fives. Funny hearing people talk about London. You try driving around the place in a large van. Yeah, but why would you do that? Don't do that. It's not designed for that, dude. I mean, if it's your job, yeah, and you're getting paid for it, fine. But like, it's not like, don't do that. Hop on the train. Or walk or bike. Dude, there's no way I would own a car if I lived in London. I mean, maybe I would if I had like a garage, but I wouldn't have a garage, obviously. But I definitely wouldn't use it to get anywhere in the city. There's no way. Why would you do that? It's kind of the same thing in Montreal too. Like I think the only reason, if you live like within 15 minutes of a metro, I don't know, like owning a car is useful for like getting out of the city, or if you need to buy food in bulk for your family, I guess. But then is it worth the like thousands of dollars a year it costs to upkeep? Like, nah, it's just not. It's just not. It's not worth it. I think city living is a different thing, dude. And it's like if you don't embrace it, so much of it is gonna make no sense. In terms of like, why is it like this? But if you embrace it and sort of use the norms of the city, like the buses or the metros or the bikes or walking around, and you try it a different way, it makes so much more sense. That's what I think. Listen, chat, we're having a great time here, but I need a quick break, okay? I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. You're watching Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Enjoy 5 minutes of highlights here of some spins. Okay, stay with me. One spin before the break, $100 spin overdrive, and hopefully we can win all the money. We're gonna play a 10-pack of spins, but we're gonna find out how much we're playing for in a second here. 268, okay. All right, here we go. Three-handed, Pokeryano, we've played with a bunch. Bitcoin to the moon. Probably rich by now, I would guess. I don't know when they made that name though. 3-9 suited, kind of sucks, but I'm gonna try and limp in here. Being suited, I think that's enough of a thing to get involved, and it is ace 4-5 bet. Do a lot of checking out of the small blind versus blind. Exceptions are ace high boards. Raise a 90. I think I'm just gonna bluff and pretend I've got the goods here. Didn't go very well. GG. My thinking here is that they're going to raise almost all of their aces pre-flop when we're 9 blinds deep. So it weights towards flush draws and then flop 2 pair or better. It's really hard blind versus blind to have that. I think enough of their range is just going to be total airballs there. Number 2. Ooh. All right, 362 is what we're playing for here. Getting it done, brother. Let's go. Congrats, man. So for the check and then bet turn and river seems fine. Maybe a little thin on the river now. It was from the cutoff first act. 30 big blinds effective with ace 3. But blinds are going up right away. 30 seconds, it's going to be 30-60. No longer the leader, but heads up. Too big. It's a 5x raise. Too much. All in. Could limp as well. 8.5 blinds deep, but I think offsuit version. Probably just want to rip that there. They limp, we check. Pretty good spot for a float here, right? They min bet, we call, check, check, turn, bluff, river. Seems pretty good. But it goes check, check, 10. Let's bluff ourselves. 7 high, straight draw. A lot of draws we can have in this spot, so it's a little dicey on the river, but we take it down. Jack-7 suited, not a hand we want to limp fold. It's just a little too strong. 10-7 suited, okay, man. It sucks that this is the one we got to get it in with. Oh, and it sucks we're dominated too, man. Oh! Doesn't suck anymore, tell you that. Let's go, baby. 362 is the prize pool here. It's not over till it's over. 9 high against 8s. Ooh, they're going to get back to 560 here probably. 4. They're back. 10 high. But for 5 blinds, dude. We got to get in 10-9. To end it, dude. That's a good flop. Let's go. Thank God. 362 is the cash. Ship it, Dottie. Let's do another one. So this will be our 3rd buy-in, but off to a nice profit. Let's see what we get here. 249. I think raise fold is fine with 7-10 suited, right? Seems okay. Yay for Jamie. I'm a big fan. Thank you, Starson. 54. And how are you? Good bluff hand again. Could probably go 40% here. When stacks are deeper, it's a half pot sizing on Queen 6-5. We only have 2 streets against a 6 or a 5 here. There's not a lot of point in betting. Not on the end. Probably going to call the river, right? When they have a queen, it sucks, but it's hard to have a good hand. They check. Too thin. We check. We're all in with the A7 here. Limp? Yeah, limp to induce. A7 suited is good enough. It hasn't worked very well, though. It's a really bad flop. Here we go, Pokeriano. With a beautiful ace-10. Gorgeous hand. We're dominating. Flop is fantastic. Turn is so bad, but we get it done on the river. Whew. Sweaty. To win back-to-back, we've got a 2-1 lead over Bitcoin to the moon. And we are dealt one of the few folds, 5 blinds deep. Call, I think, for 5 blinds here. Yeah. Call. I'd fold Jack 4 offsuit, I think, but... Here we go with the Queen 6 suited. Queen 6 suited in the past. Okay. All right. Hey. We're in the lead once again. What's up, chat? We're back in action. Thanks for being here. We got 5 tables with some more starting up right now. Okay. Let's continue on our journey. Fold King 4 here. Stian Slorby on YouTube says, do you think it's better to be too aggressive or too tight around the bubble if you had to choose? I think that depends on your stack. If you're a short stack, it's probably better to be too tight. If you're a big stack, probably better to be too aggressive, right? Like, I think you can't really apply a general rule of this stage of the tournament play like this, because there is these other factors that are really important, you know? So it's basically like, are you in a spot where you can put pressure on, or are you in a spot where people can put pressure on you? And there's a reason that it's like that, right? Like, it's not just like a cultural rule that people made up. It's genuine. Like, when you're a big stack and you're a short stack, like, it's important to min cash the tournament, so you should fold a lot, etc., etc. Good luck, bro. Thank you, Palms FPZ on YouTube. Back to the Twitch. Car, unfortunately, pretty necessary in Austin, even in the center where I live. Do a decent amount of bike and public transit, but yeah, just how Texas is. Yeah, fair. Raise 3-bet. Do we want to 4-bet ace queen here? It's really close, I'd say. I'm going to go for it. It's pretty close, though. And queens, pretty good hand. Oh, ace. Ace will do it. Ship it, Dottie. Yeah, I hear you. There's some places where like transit won't work. Like in my hometown of Lethbridge, there's only buses. And then to get a bus from like the university to my house would take like 50 minutes maybe. You got to get a transfer downtown, you know. And to drive is 20 minutes. So it's like definitely worth it to save all that time. A year, you know. Chicken the egg stuff. What I'm finding though with cars is like I still do drive and get driven in taxis or Ubers or whatever, but it's like honestly on average like maybe twice a month maybe that I'm in a car on average. So the cost is like $60 to have someone else do it. And then we rent a car maybe like 3 or 4 times a year. This totals up to maybe $1,000. So I don't know. It's just like $1,600 for a year to have a car to use when you need to use it is a good deal, I think. Let's keep betting here. We don't pick up any equity. Our hand is trash, but it's a really scary card for a lot of their hands. They call. They probably have an ace here. They're more likely to have a 4 than we are. We give up. I'm done. Done with this hand. I'm done with you, bro. All right? I'm done with you. Drive a beat up Civic, though, so wouldn't have it any other way. Word. King Queen wins. Dang it. Maybe that hand folds. Maybe it doesn't, for sure. So, hey, Jimmy, playing the 215 Big Sunday. Got in for 55 cents. Samuel, let's go, bro. See you in there. Not used to these big events. Good luck today. I'll see you in there, bro. I'm out here battling. 3-bet pot. Check, check, flop. They bet turn, we call. They bet river, we call, probably. And lose to ace queen. Seems good. Good luck, Jimmy. Let's go, poker gods from Philippines. Nick Pasquale. Thanks, man. Oh, my God. Didn't expect that. Trip 5s. Big hand. That's a big hand. Raise 3-bet to 210,000. I fold? Yeah, I think so. But here, I jam. Ace Queen, Ace 10. That's a beautiful lineup right there. That's exactly what we want. Ship it, Dottie. 95,000. And Ace 10. Okay. Sweet. Everything's caught up. Happy. Jack deuce is trash, and it goes raise 3-bet, so that's fine. Queen 4. We need something to happen here pretty quickly. We can still re-enter, but obviously would prefer to just run this back up. Ace King is King 9 all in. Boom, a 9 for Mr. Julius. Rat lip is out. Let's go to Ace 9 suited. Fold and fold 10-8. All right, Queens is beautiful in the 215 Big Sunday. Trying to improve on our 3rd place from last week. No Home Jerome 514. Phil Ivey fan from Montreal. It's got to be. All right, we take it down there. King 6, we defend. Do we get in King High here? Probably not. Twos, once again, are losers. And look at this, dude. We'd hit it on the flop, man. Would have hit it. That's all right. That's all right. All right, best stack here is 1.7 million. And let's take a look at where we're sitting here. 109 Sunday Party has started. We're going to get in there, but I'm just going to late reg by a bit. Yeah. Continue on where we are for now. Could get the 33 super. I'll wait a second on that too. All right. Here we go. Here's our spin up. It's going to be quite a journey from 5,000, but you know. Step 1. Ace deuce 5 9. Keep it clean, no diamonds. Let's go. Bro, 6-3 come. Did I get rolled with a 6-3? I missed it. To be honest with you, man, I don't watch what happens after I fold hands, just because I know it's the right thing to do, you know? I know it's the right thing to fold, so it, like, what would have happened, I don't really care so much. Ace-10 against kings. Rest in peppers, bro. We are re-entering. Good luck us. On bullet number 2, another 320 bucks coming out of our pockets. We try again. Jack 10 suited, beautiful hand. It's a lot more fun to play when you're like 70 blinds deep than when you're 50-ish, 45 and 50. And it's already shaping up to be quite interesting. Well, this is just a monster flop. We are 4 ways. It is possible for our opponent to have the nightmare, which would be ace queen of diamonds, ace 8 of diamonds, ace 7 of diamonds on down, right? Like the nut flush draw. But we have a gut shot to go along with that. So we'll start with a bet. Gonna call king on the turn. Pretty bad turn, right? Pretty bad. We could now be drawing dead to a full house of 5s or 9s, or king 9 suited. We can also be behind draw-wise. We're not getting the right price here. It's just a fold. Sadly. Sadly, it is just a fold. We're not getting the right price. We are going to go all in up here with a straight and blocking the nut flush as well. Jacks. So they're 29 blinds, 28 blinds. Is it a jam or a squeeze for 40 blinds? Probably just a jam. The thing about squeezing is we would not be able to fold to double black. So do we have a squeeze, force call in, all in, fold to Balian range? I mean, we could theoretically, but like, not really. Ooh. Need to float here with backdoor nut flush draw and ace high. Check, check, we bluff river. That'd be nice. No, bro. Batcon is watching on delay on Facebook and dropping so many comments, bro. We're on a 4-minute delay. What you're seeing happen in the past, brother. Profit loss of poker this year, I don't know. I'll find out in a month and a bit when I do my numbers for the end of the year. It's been a relatively like chill year, right? Like I haven't played big stuff really. We're up a little bit of money in live poker, probably like 5-10 grand or something. And online has been fairly neutral, right? Like there hasn't been any big scores, but there hasn't been any big getting dunked on either. So I don't know. I would guess I'm a small profit on the year, but we'll have to see. It's been a weird year because definitely have made a lot more money from like investing than I have from poker, like a lot more. And obviously with investing, you don't need to do anything. So it's weird. It is a weird feeling, honestly. Like if I remember at the start of my poker career when my bankroll was like in all of it was in action all the time, right? And the goal was always to like get to a certain amount where you would invest some of that bankroll and then it would earn a return for you while you were using the rest of it to earn money, right? And yeah, now it's been the part of the year where it's like a bigger part of my income as a person than what it is that I actually do, what I actually spend time on. It's just, I don't know. It's weird, dude. We're going to bet here. This is a board that's going to benefit Moscow Mule, but we have a gutter and we have a weak king, right? So betting like this is going to target some ace highs. This is a big bet size, right? It's going to target some better king highs as well. 10 of spades on the turn. Don't mind the double barrel. It'd be better if it was a king of spades, but, you know. Picked up a double gutter. Not a bad hand to bluff once again. Don't think I'm going to triple barrel against this type of opponent. They were the ones that called the 7 high flush draw on the turn, right? But I want to bet the turn at least. Phil Razor, what's up, brother? On YouTube, good to see you. PSR in the building. Good luck, Jamie. Hello, Fisher. Thanks, man. What's up? Yeah, it's such an insane year for crypto too, which I have some crypto, mostly in like retirement accounts and like in the conventional stock market through ETFs as opposed to custodying anything myself just for safety reasons. But just an absurd, like just a really crazy run up. I tweeted the other day, like, seems like everything is just going up forever. When will it end, basically? Like, I don't know. It's a bizarre feeling. I text with Matt every once in a while, and I'm just like, hey, bro, have you seen what's going on? Like, what's happening, brother? Aces against nines here, 222. Weren't drawing dead, you had a straight flush draw. Oh. Well, that changes everything. It's a pretty great turn as we go 3 ways to the turn. How strong does my bet look, dude? This looks so strong. It was bet call call and a check to us in the turn. Like, this looks so strong, man. Unlucky for ace queen. Don't blame them for calling down. Really great turn for us. The best flush draw folds are the wisest. Thanks, man. Main pot, side pot. Against the big blind, we want a continuation bet. We, as a portion of our range, we're going to have more ace X than they are. Which is an interesting thing to say, because we raise under the gun, but they have a hand like ace 7 offsuit that we don't have, right? So they have more aces combinatorically. But as a percentage of the range, they're going to fold a higher percentage of the range than we are. Bet gonna call 6 on the turn, bombs away. Again, we're playing for this main pot here. We're probably going to lose the side pot, but it's only 5,000. And we just have a big range advantage, right? There's no bounty here or anything. Hopefully Jen Coolian knows that. I assume they do. But, you know. A long tank at a call and a 7 on the end. I think we want to bluff here again. Ace Queen probably puts in more action pre-flop. So, well, we'll try and win this pot here. And I think 3s and 5s and 2s and 8s are going to be the best combos to do this with. King Jack of spades, but it's not the best river to bluff with. King 10 be a decent hand to do that with. Our value hands are obvious, right? That's why I'm listing the bluffs, because the value hands are sets and 2 pairs and ace king, just strong hands. Call for cheap and check fold. Ace queen, raise. Ryan says he's got Jack 10. What hand was that? I forget. Raise, get a call, and good flop. We're in such a good spot in this mystery bounty. 180 players is when the mystery bounty portion begins. The kiss has been sent in. Oh, thanks, yo. Thank you. Back at you. Yeah, unlucky or your account is spawns given the set every time. Jigsaw, relax. Jigsaw, my goodness, bro. I'm going to need you to get better at the game, brother. You can't blame your failure on streamers forever, brother. You can't. You just might have to get good. Or get lucky. I don't know. It's one or the other, man. Your caps lock key is on, by the way. Might want to turn that off. Also, have we hit a set today? Oh, we did hit one. The 9s. Yeah, we did. River, a set again. Will you relax, Jigsaw? My goodness, brother. You're embarrassing yourself out here. Keep cool, man. Keep cool. What the heck do we do here? Check, check, and decide is pretty good river. Makes it a little bit less likely they have a jack. A little bit more likely that they have queen X or 10X. Call, I guess. I don't know. Could be a block with a weak king, but more likely it's a weak 9 and they're value betting, actually. And we take it. Now, I'm going to raise a piece of trash over here. The reason being, we cover them for a bounty. And I'm going to check fold because of the type of opponent we're up against. Jigsaw Dodo, my man out here acting like he never hit a set before. Yeah, chill out, bruh. Listen, play 5 tables, all right? You're going to hit 5 times more sets. I promise. I promise, man. I was wrong. All good, Ryan. All good, brother. Calogero Purpura. Hello, James. Hello. Calogero. Welcome. And hello again. We are on a 4-minute delay, just so you know. So you're going to get my answers in the future. It's just going to take a second to get you, man. It's going to take a second. Oh, all right. Jam call. I think we fold. There's no bounty incentive or anything. And then we have to fold the 10s up here as well. Same reason. Queen 9 suited, man. Come on now, Queen 9 suited. Part of me wants to squeeze, but I think call's better. Jigsaw chatting rubbish, huh? Get good, bro. True, Jigsaw. Get good, brother. Bring everything you got, and it's not enough, I'm telling you right now. It's not enough. Checks around. We go for a big bet here, which we're going to do with 10x and spade draws and straight draws. Probably not all of them, but could be all of them. So really interesting. I mean, we bluffed them last time, right? So I was going to not bluff the river because you question, like, are they thinking there's no way they could do it twice in a row? I'm going to fold again. Or they're just like, I would rather call and lose to a big hand than be embarrassed by getting bluffed again. You know what I mean? And it depends depending on who you're playing against, but I was going to check give up if they called there. No, Samuel's out. GG, Samuel. Just bust. 2 pair on turn versus flop flush. No. Rest in peppers, brother. Would you rather be the world's luckiest poker player or the world's best poker player? I don't know immediately. The thing is that either one of those is going to be very wealthy. They have essentially like unlimited wealth. They just have to trade in their time to get it. Not unlimited, but fairly unlimited. So I think being the world's luckiest would be pretty funny, right? And would allow you to play with a wider subset of people, because the world's best poker player is going to struggle to play. Probably world's luckiest, I would say, right? Not for the money. I think it's kind of irrelevant. For the environments that you'd find yourself in, you would get like a better true random subset of humanity with interesting people, as opposed to like kind of stuffy robotic environments. Yeah, it's the truth. I think you made money off the rake back with 55 cents. Yeah, there you go. You got in from 25 cents. You made money on the party rewards. Fold, I guess. Pretty big bet. 3 ways. I don't know, chat. Would you rather be the luckiest or the best poker player in the world? The thing that is a little challenging about the top of poker is that it's obviously gray, and that's why the game can exist as it does, but you never receive recognition for being the best poker player, because it's unknown that you're the best poker player, right? You can kind of reach a level of accomplishment where you're viewed by your peers in being this way, but there isn't like a ladder where you can grow a legacy that way or anything, right? You can win tournament titles that then cements your name in poker history. But it's not like chess, and it's not like basketball in that way, where it's just like you can do it, and you're gonna lose lots of the tournaments as the best player in the world. Yeah. There is a significant difference, I think, between poker as like a financial market, right? And poker operates that way for a lot of people, to where it's a way to try and invest time and energy and receive a return. And then poker is sort of like a mind sport or a game, because it's not like people in the stock market that are trading equities or for currency exchange or something are operating like a sport, right? It's different. Yeah. Raise 3 bet, we're gonna full jack 5. The Get Good Bro has 3 laughs on Facebook. There it is, man. There it is. You hear that, Jigsaw Dodo? Facebook thinks your whining is funny, okay? Raise it up to 73.50. I'd rather be best for the kudos, yeah. Well, that's another interesting thing to talk about, I think, right? Because Tommy Angelo talked about this in his book of, he has lots of clients. Tommy Angelo is a mental game sort of consultant in poker. And he has lots of clients that want to have respect from their peers for their quality of their play, which is a natural human reaction, right? Like, I think that was the entirety of why I wanted to get good at poker in the beginning, was all about that respect from my peers. It's no longer the truth in that I think a lot of my peers think I suck, to be honest, and that's also okay. I don't really mind so much. Not all of them, but a lot of them, I think, because I used to make videos about chess rewards or meme videos on YouTube or whatever. And I might suck in relation to them too, for what it's worth. But anyways, getting back on track, what is interesting is I don't know if having success is actually, or having respect is actually beneficial in poker. It's like, it obviously feels good as a person to get that validation, but it's not certain to me that it's profitable, right? Like, I don't think it makes money. I think actually being disrespected probably is slightly better, based on being able to get into more games, based on getting called more if you're constructing your strategy from a value perspective. So I don't know if respect is something that makes sense to strive for from a acquiring money view, right? As a human being, it doesn't matter. Like, it's nice to have a community of peers. I used to really struggle with that big time. I was so insecure in, oh, look at this, another set on the turn. Jigsaw, you see in this, bro? Another set, brother. It's really so insecure at my own place in poker and my own abilities that I really was quite defensive that way in the beginning, and I don't think I am now. That doesn't mean I'm not. I've still probably got some elements of ego protection, defensiveness, but I think it's a lot better than it was, for sure. Luckiest because I think the time you save on immense study and upkeep of the skill set is heavier value than the money made. Would be close. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. It takes a lot of time. For sure. So if you're looking at time as a currency, it's very clear, just be lucky and don't spend any time getting good, for sure. I'd assume you could wish to be the best without having to study. Yeah. See, I kind of took it that way too, which is you snap your fingers, you're one or the other. If you have to put in the time to actually get there, it's clear, just lucky, for sure, I think. No improvised gameplay or no variation to play in different poker sites. Most boring content ever. Hey man, just don't watch then. Just don't watch. Listen, there's lots of reason that people watch streams, right? And for the people that are only watching to get that adrenaline high when they see some person hits $27,000 and freaks out, I understand. I'm not your guy, right? I get it. I'm just playing party poker tournaments today. I think the most I'll be able to win is maybe 15,000 in the 109 Sunday party. That money's not going to change my life, right? I get it. But I have some pretty decent chops in terms of poker thinking, which I'm happy to share with you. And we have some interesting discussions here, I think, right? And whether there's 50,000 on the line or 500 on the line, the things that go into making poker decisions and making them right are the same. So if I am just a vehicle for you to lose yourself in financial dreaming, I've lost you. I get it, bro. You know, I get it. But get over it, man. You know what I mean? Like, get over it. I am a person, right? Like, and this is who I am. I can only be myself. Well, you can be other things too, but I only want to be myself, right? It often feels like, to me, in media nowadays, like, you kind of, to get big numbers, you probably have to be some version of yourself or a character. And I don't think I want to do that right now, you know? Doesn't mean that I don't want to in the future, but I think I'd much rather be honest and genuine to who I am as a person, and have that be less successful because it's less interesting than like some created, accentuated version of myself. And just, you know, take it for what it is, right? Which is like, hey, you know, it's just not, it's not everyone's cup of tea. They're not going to like it. It's not interesting to some people. That's okay, dude. I don't know. For example, you're completely uninteresting to me. But, like, that's not wrong. That's just, you know, that's just who you are. And you keep doing you, homie. That's fine. I'm going to check here against No Home Jerome. Don't have a great hand here. We bet. We get almost min raised here. So we have, I don't know, let's call it 7 outs ish. 14% on the river, getting 4-1. Do we have any applied odds? Not really. I'm gonna fold again here. There is some chance that sometimes they have king queen and we're screwed, but I don't know. It's gonna be pretty neutral, that spot, I think, in terms of whether it makes money. I think folding is fine. There's some elements of utility in our stack, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, I think there is definitely, this is to me, it's really interesting. But I think early in the internet, kind of like making content that was interesting to people meant making things good, right? I don't think that's true anymore about the internet, as it's become sort of more polarized and more competitive, in that the content that is most successful is like the most extreme in some way, right? It's not moderate like it used to be, where you could sort of just make stuff that was good and nice and honest and there'd be enough eyeballs on it. Now it has to be outlandish in some way, to be like really wide stream, like have really wide appeal. Or you can be extremely talented, and I think there's truth in that as well, right? But I don't think it's a reasonable or healthy metric for a person to have to try and make those numbers go up, right? Because they, the incentives are different, right? The incentives of having more people watch your stuff should be different than your incentives as a human being, I think. And I do think that gets lost sometimes. I certainly got lost in the sauce on that, right? Definitely, where life was all about solving for career and financial success, right? and you kind of lose this like human part of yourself that is not about that at all. It's the same with creating content, right? Like, there's immediate ways that we could make this stream get more viewers right now. It's just that not wanting to do those things is rational. But it's a decision you have to make too, right? Like, you have to put yourself ahead of money in some ways, which is a little uncomfortable sometimes, right? Of like, where do you draw the line? I don't know. I find it very interesting anyways. It's because it's so unique to the current times, right? I think it was a much rarer thing in the past. You know, probably like really famous authors had similar stuff where they had sort of periodical stories that were coming out, like Charles Dickens or Tolstoy or Dostoevsky or something, or people in like the 50s and the 60s that were on TV, like late night hosts and stuff, probably had similar feelings. But now, like, everyday human beings go through decisions on whether they want to be a product or a person on social media. And that can be like big scale in terms of like, this is your career, or it can be small scale in terms of playing to the algorithm as to whether you want your TikTok to be seen by 1,000 people or 500. They're the same decision, just on different scales. It's really interesting. Super modern problem. I find it fascinating. Really quiet? I don't think so. My volume is reaching the right levels on my side of things. Some other people let me know if there's an issue though. Got volume of full. Interesting. I don't know. You guys let me know if there's an issue. Maybe there is. Raise 3-bet jam, 4-bet, we fold. But damn, we have some good stacks here. This is 2.5 stacks. This is 6 stacks. This is almost 3 stacks. This is double stack. And this is chipped up from starting stack. So basically, we're shooting up for some moments, man. Going through a lot right now. Haven't been able to play for a while, but thanks for putting a little light in my day, by the way. You don't suck. What you do isn't that easy. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I'm sorry you're going through it. I feel you, brother. Hang in there. Hang in there. Yes, suck in relation to what? I think, who cares if you suck compared to someone else or you're better than someone else? It doesn't matter. It's always in relation, and none of this shit matters, you know? So just kind of think doing your best is fun and nice, and people can relate that to whatever they want. Who cares, you know? Who cares? Vibes are high. Yo, Jay, have you got a problem with the mic? You spelt it like Mike Vacanti or something. I was like, no, bro. Got nothing but love for your boy, the man with the plan, Mike Vacanti, dude. Full there, okay. Good luck. Thank you, Florian. Thanks, brother. Another said he won't be happy. Haters today, man. All good, brother. All good. F the haters. Love your content. Enjoy playing against you on a Friday. And Saz for knocking you out of the first hand on a Friday. You did knock me out of the first hand. I thankfully got to re-enter, but yeah, didn't go anywhere in the home game this Friday. Looking forward to playing again this week. Hopefully I can stream it. Imagine how exhausted of yourself you would have to be playing a character for so long. You have to keep, as you've been doing this. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think it would definitely be exhausting. What's interesting, and I think this is like something that I've come to understand a bit, is that you do lose a sense of yourself creating content consistently, in that who, who is on screen and who is off screen, the boundaries between the two become a little fuzzy, right? So there's a really great essay by Joan Didion that was like such a great thing when I read it for the first time. It was about this sort of eccentric hippie woman named Joan Baez, was a performer out of California, part of the hippie movement in the 60s, got famous really young, was sort of an artist, was a big part of the civil rights movement and sort of also the hippie movement. And this essay about Joan Baez talks about that thing that happens to people when they get a lot of attention too young, is that they don't know who they are yet, right? Like if you get a lot of attention, you don't know who you are yet, the world will decide for you. She phrased it as obviously in a Joan Didion like incredible way that hits harder than what I've just said. But I think that happens to streamers a lot, I think, right? In that you're young, you don't really know who you are, you're figuring things out, as we all do as human beings. But then you find this like thing that rewards you, and you can lose yourself in the machine because it's just a machine of dopamine, right? It's like positive reinforcement all the time. People love you, they appreciate you, they want to spend time with you. So in some ways, like the incentives of the machine chooses who you are, and you can get lost in that for sure. So it might not feel like a character to some streamers, but I think it has an impact on human beings, I feel that way about myself sometimes, not totally or entirely, but when I read it in that book, I, tried to relay myself to myself about that idea and saw some comparisons, Volume is fine. Okay, good. I think it's just you, Thomas. Crystal clear. All right, Thomas, you got to turn it up on your end, brother. Plug your headphones in all the way, Thomas. I'm going to grab a drink. You're watching Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Enjoy 5 more minutes of spin highlights. Stay with me. We're getting a little too short here. We still have fold equity, so I like the shove. Call it King 5. We are kind of flipping 45%. And not going to get it done. GG on that one. We can run it again. That was the third one. We've cashed for $362. So $62 profit so far. Our fourth spin. Ooh, not a good one. 218. Ace Jack sevens. Heads up after the first hand. 10-7 for 5.3. I don't know on that one. Obviously, seeing how it ran out, I would definitely take the 10-7 now, but all right. 4 down, 362 in cashes. Again, this is halfway through our spins. We've won 1 out of 4, but it was the biggest one, which is good. Okay. 274, fine. Neutral. Ooh. Sheesh. No dice though, no action with the kings. Sad vibes. It's in the rewards. It's gonna happen X percentage of the time. That'd be pretty sick. Queens against King 5. Call. Streets with the Queen 9. Check. The nice thing about this is we're going to have so much fold equity because of the main pot here. Right, so we can just kind of mess around. We're gonna win the side pot if they fold, but they don't know much about us, so it's fine. Just like that, they're back. Jack 9 doubles through, and it's back at starting stack. Amazing. For 80 chips. King 6, King 6. How about some clubs? Okay, chop it up. Let's win this $100 spinner first. Ah. Barry! Absolute Barry! We're running incredible. Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. 4, 5, 8, 4. Oh, that's sick. Wow, that's sick. All right, 362 plus 274 up to 636 in cashes. Let's play again. Number 6. We're free rolling this one. Even if we lose this one, we're still up 36 profit and 284. Ace deuce jacks all in to get it heads up. Call with queen 9 suited against an all in. It's a pretty good hand. Heads up. That's ace 4. All right, 46%. We could just hit a club here. Oh, 9'll do, baby. 9'll do. I'm glad you dig the vibes. Call with the king 5. Yeah. Against 6-7. Come on. Come on now, king 5 against the 6-7. Now. Yup. Spade. Okay. It's not over till it's over, but it's looking good. Also those Portuguese pins on your hat? No. Let's go. We won 284. Let's go, baby. We're up to 920 in cashes now after 600 in binds. This is the straight goods, baby. Spin overdrive number 6. What's up, chat? We're back in action. We have beautiful stacks everywhere. We are chipping up around the felt, printing left, right, and center. Continue on our journey. Still to come today, we have the 109 Sunday party. Still time to late register that, so we're going to wait a bit. And let's crush. Why don't we crush it? Okay. Jack 6 is going to be folds. All right. Fold the 10-3. Where does the mystery bounty start here? 180, when 180 remain, and on this one, when 15 players remain. Okay. Beautiful stuff. We're actually 15 at 26 right now. But we'd like some more chips. I haven't ever had a big stack in this 320 mystery bounty in the bounty stages. It would be really fun, I think, just to like go after mystery bounties, a small field so they could really fluctuate in value. Should be kind of fun, man. Fold the king 8. And up here with the 5-9, we're going to call for 6,000. It's not a great hand, but it is cheap. Wow, this flop is good. Flop an open-ender, backdoor flush draw, overcard on a board that's good for us. That's a lot of positive things. I'm going to lead. I'm going to lead, man. Ricardo Katsubo. I guess jam, dude. I don't know. It's 28 blinds, right? But this hand's too strong to flat, and it doesn't play very well as a 3-bet, so... Just gonna go all in with 8, 7, 6s here, probably. And we win. Easy. Easy pog, Dottie. Trying to get better than 3rd place today in this one. First place is 5,800 in that. Jack 10 of spades. Lovely. Cardo opens to 10,000. Oof. Yeah. Oh, I thought I had 10 for some reason in my head. No, Jack 10's a fold. For some reason, I was thinking I had 10-10, and that's a real tough spot, but probably still a fold. Enjoy watching you play personally. I think you're a really good player. Don't listen to the sad trolls. Feel sorry for them. All good, David. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I think I am. I think I'm pretty good, too. I've got some chops in certain areas. No matter what you do or what you become, it doesn't matter. Your life can end any minute. True, man. True. A scary thought, but the truth. We're all walking towards the inevitable path towards death. Anything you've done doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one, that, I think. The dying part. But the meaning part is interesting because I find myself more and more aligning with, I guess, a Buddhist philosophy of awareness and presence and sort of letting go of attachments in some way. But then I also do take joy in pursuing things that are irrational sometimes too, you know? Like trying to do things that are hard sometimes for fun. And underlying that is probably some irrational sort of aspects of being alive that can be painful or whatever. But I also do think it's fun to take on challenges and succeed or fail. It adds some flavor. So yeah. But it's true. It's hard to live life without being able to plan it effectively, you know? Just like kind of let it go and go with the flow, because I don't know, like let's say that I knew that I was going to die a year from today, for example. Well, all the choices I make would be very different, right? Like super different. I would do a bunch of things that were very risky that I was never planning on doing when I was young, but I would do them because I knew that, you know, it was coming to an end, or it's a really big bet. You know, you probably wouldn't spend any time working if you're going to die in a year. You know, you do the things that you were planning to do in all the time they had left. So it's hard to kind of decide what to do with your time. When there's so much variation in the experience you could have too. That's tough. It's tough for me anyways. I think about it probably a little too much. Open the aces, get a couple calls. We flop top set. Where's the guy? Another set, Jigsaw. This is a slow play spot though. With top set and a three-way pot. Turns of 5. Okay. Probably can get some value from a lot of hands now. They go for a pot size bet. I think we just call here. We lose to 7-8. We lose to 7-3 suited. We lose to 3-2 suited. Not super likely, but obviously a spot where we just want them to bluff, and then when they have it, that's fine. We make a full house on the river, so now we get to raise. We bluffed them last time, right, Jen? There's no way they're folding a straight, are they? They might. They could actually fold a straight here if we overbet, so I'm just going to go for 80%. They fold, that's fine. Check folded, probably had a bluff, probably. All in here, it's a really strong spot to 3-bet, but ace-queen's very good on the button against the big blind. We need some help. Big time Barry G. No, not today, daddy. Down here we float. This is like in the meta, a great check raise spot. And then check turn with range is what is typical here. But they barrel and we fold. Definitely fold the turn. Definitely. Hey, we got sub height. Nick down under. What's up, Nick? Good morning, brother. Thank you very much for the 20-month resub. Gets a love of the chat for Nick down under. Thanks for your support, man. Very kind of you. Subscribe for 12 months in advance. Just now? Or are we in the streak, dude? Thank you very much, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Shout out Australia. Never been. Gotta go. It is undebatable. Has to be done. Has to be done. Queen 10 off. Sheep are best. Raises. We call. Real dry board. I think we give up. Just like that. Taking stock here. Triple stack. Triple-ish. Double stack. Triple-ish. And over starting stack. And the bounties start at 15 here. With 23 left. So we're getting into, I'd say, interesting territory. Should be fun. I'm excited. Sit up. Sit up, chat. We're in the city, man. Fold that. We're going to raise up ace queen suited. Check back here. Pretty bad board for ace queen of diamonds. Won some checks, and I think it's a decent candidate to check. They bet very small here, 9,300. We call. Just from a pure math perspective, like they're gonna have enough misses where we're calling. It's tough to tell whether they are going to ever bluff at that sizing, but we do have some odds to improve our hand. Stop hitting them sets, bro. Jigsaw won't be happy. Jigsaw left forever ago, man. Jigsaw doesn't have the patience, man. Rolling with King Queen. And we win. Great. Ace 10 suited is beautiful. And a 4-bet all in with a $100 bounty. We call. Let us win against Ace King, dude, for $100 cash money. Gonna be tough on that flop. It's gonna be real tough. Oh, we had 2 outs to get there, dude. Not easy. Not easy at all, man. Seven, 8 in the big blind against the min raise. We will call, and the 7s we're going to raise as well. Mate. Okay, I fold. No home Jerome, bro. Jack 8 is going to be a fold here. 22 left. 15 getting in them bounties. I think we're all in here with ace 8. This is for 23 blinds against a button range. Definitely a shove. Doesn't play very well post flop either. We rip it in there and take down the money. 9-10 might be an all in if it folds to us. 17 pay, 23 left. So we are getting down to business. What a graph. Just qualified for the big quarter mystery. Second day with a nice stack, too. Let's go, unknown elite. Come on now, man. Ship it. Good luck on day 2 as we're all in with 9-10. Against ace jack, and we suck out. Beautiful. We'll take it. Getting pretty close to the bubble. Min raise ace 6. Get a call. Ace 5-4 in the flop. Small bet. Call 10 on the turn. Slight overbet here, but I think fine for value. Ace-4 beats King-10 with a nice little value bet there on one of the streets. Now we're moving. We are half stack here, but triple stack, 2.5. Nearing the bubble in a lot of these as well. Do people generally exaggerate how good they were before Black Friday? How much of a living do you think they were making? It's like toxic nostalgia. As if there was no fish now, maybe there's more fish now. There's definitely not more fish now. I think it was easier back then, for sure. You know, like, what's definitely different is that the kind of everyone was in the middle class, so to speak, right? There was a lot less high stakes. So the tournaments were huge, and the mistakes people made were big. You could play on any day of the week, and the tournaments were big. Yeah, it was good. I don't think... I mean, of course, there's some rose-colored glasses, but not a ton. Like, games were quite good, you know? There was also just, like, comparatively to the rest of the internet, poker was so incredible, right? Is poker incredible compared to the rest of the internet now? No, right? Like, it's a game like a bunch of other games, and it's a great game, right? But when you're talking like 2008, 2007, there was like the gamers, which were almost exclusively young, right? Like the people that played video games back then, there was hardly any middle-aged dads playing video games, whereas now every dad plays video games, right? Like, it's just standard. So it was viewed as like a juvenile thing, I think, right? And so as an adult, like what could you do on the internet for fun? This is before like streaming services, right? Like social media hadn't even really begun yet, right? Like what things were on the internet that were for sort of adults? Poker is one of those things, right? And yeah. It was just a perfect moment in time for it all to happen, I think. So yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I don't know, I was 19, 20. I didn't know anything. You know, I watched a couple videos, read a book or two, and I was pretty much immediately like printing money at an hourly rate, you know? And there's nothing sort of like special about me, right? Like I was just a guy that had some time and deployed it towards this thing. So yeah, games were good. 8s against Queen 10. That is going to be the end of us in the Super 215, but we can re-enter. So we will. There's still 20 minutes to do it there. So I think win rates were high, right? Like people in sit and goes were winning at like 20 and 30% win rates, right? You just can't do that now. But it also shouldn't be that inefficient when you think about other investment vehicles, right? Let's take, for example, like stocks or equities. You know, a good expected return from an average stock is like 7% a year, 8% a year, something like that. What is that on a day-to-day basis? Well, you know, divide by 365. Much less, right? Like much less, if we're going to limp call here with kings. Some of these investments where you're making 20% on your money were 30-minute investments, right? 40-minute investments. That shouldn't exist in relation to all the other things you could do with your money, right? If you could figure out how to deploy a decent amount of money, which you could, you know, you could deploy like maybe $5,000 a day into this opportunity back then and earn 20% on your money. Like that's the best opportunity. We just lost aces to nines for 480,000. That's tough. It's the best thing you could do with your money until you had a bankroll that couldn't deploy most of itself on the daily basis, right? So, whereas now, if you're playing high stakes sit and goes, it's like you're breaking even and you're making money on rake back, for example, right? Or you're losing it like negative 2%, but you're getting back 5%, so you're netting 3% in the end. You know, that's a high stakes, right? So it's just become more efficient over time. It just has, and that makes sense, and it always will make sense. I think there's definitely opportunities where you can do really well, right? Like there's still tournaments where you can make 50% of your money, 60% of your money. There's still, you know, great spots and satellites and great promotions, right? Like think about our home game, for example. We have so much added money and prizes against a below average field because a lot of us play for fun, right? It's not like a ton of professionals in there. It's just a great like tournament. Like your ROI in that tournament is going to be high. It's going to be over 100% probably, you know, just because the added money. So there's still good spots, but every spot was a good spot back then, you know? One of the things that I think was harder is that information was not everywhere back then. Like you could sign up to any of 15 websites today and get the information needed to get to like quantitatively a high level of poker. There's a bunch of spots you can do that. Back in the day, there was not. There was this book, which is almost inaccessible, very challenging book, right? Mathematics of Poker. There was sort of commercial poker books that weren't very good in terms of the knowledge they were giving you. And then there was video training sites that had hit or miss information. And that was it. Like that was your options. So, whereas now it's everywhere. You just need time. Time into the resources will result in success. Okay, so we go 3 ways to the flop. Pretty bad flop for Ace King, to be honest. Not super happy with that one. Queen 6 stays alive, 52,000. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know, man. It really depends. Like so much could change, right? Like I don't know. I enjoy playing poker, but I don't enjoy playing poker like a lot of the week. I enjoy playing poker some, but it's nice to have balance with other aspects of my life too, you know? So I want poker to still be a part of my life, but balanced with other aspects of my life too, you know? Hopefully in 5 years, I get to play a couple live series a year and engage with people that way. Hopefully I get to play some live poker. Hopefully I still get to play some online poker. I'd love to still be streaming Sundays to you guys every week. It would be really fun. And I'd like to continue to develop some skills in my life. I'd love my French level to be conversational. I'd love to be able to read in French and converse in French and watch things in French. I'd love to have kind of been through my introductory philosophy survey. Love to have read another 150 great works of fiction. Love to have spent thousands of hours with my life partner, Rebecca. Love to spend some time with my family, more time with them. Love to have visited, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 new or old places that are novel or cool. I'd love to continue to progress towards a healthier state of being than I have been in my last 15 years or so. I'd love to make new friends, and I'd love to spend great times with old friends. And I'd probably like to start making something artistic, in that I've been spending a lot of time surveying the field, you know? Getting a general sense of the discussion that I haven't been a part of when it comes to classical music, when it comes to art history, when it comes to philosophy, when it comes to literature. I've been putting a lot of time into understanding the discussion because I was not a part of it. And once I get a base level of to where I feel I have an understanding, I'd love to start contributing to the conversation in some way. So I don't know what medium that will be, right? Whether that's writing books or music or creating art or doing some version of all three, I don't know. But I think I'd like to imprint myself as a human being onto that area and just see what comes out the other side, for better or worse, you know? So I would say all of those things are things I'd hope for myself. You know, we'll see what happens, dude. I don't know. And the thing that's interesting about poker is there's always like a continuing effort to, ooh, I don't know what to do with this hand. 19 blinds deep, I really don't know what to do with this hand. I guess I'm going to call fold. I mean, that's a little wild, but I don't know what else to do, to be honest. We're in the money up here, 120. Like, I want to stay on the cutting edge of poker knowledge and theory, but I don't think... It doesn't feel as if there's enough of an opportunity to try and compete at the highest levels, in that the highest levels seem to be shrinking. You know what I mean? The highest levels of tournaments or the highest levels of cash games seem to be devolving to a social or political game as opposed to like a merit-based game. So that doesn't seem so motivating to me. Whereas like it was super motivating when I was 23. It doesn't feel that way anymore. I mean, that's somewhat sad, I think, but unavoidable though too, you know? Like when you go to Vegas and there's like one public 1020 running in the whole city and that's it, right? Everything else is private in Las Vegas, you know? It's a tough environment, I'd say. So they check on the flop and then they overbet turn. We need to call here. Clubs and hearts will be in their range. River is a fold if they jam. And I have a great... partners is a thing too, right? Like I have a great partner in PartyPoker. It looks likely. I think I just had a discussion with someone the other day that I think will probably be continuing as partners for another year, which is really exciting for me. You know, I haven't signed anything yet, but we'll get there when we get there, and it looks good that I get to do another 12 months at least with them, which will be 7 years with PartyPoker. I'm really proud of. But all that changes things too, right? Like in terms of if they decide to dump me, what does that mean? I don't know. Like, I don't know what that means. There was an opportunity at one point where I was like, I'm going to be doing stuff with Playground maybe, and then it didn't happen. Like, you know, I think partners are essential to make poker content creation work. So I think that plays a factor on the poker side of things for sure. So yeah. Anyways, let's keep going up to see what other things we have going on. 12 of 19, 15 are in the bounties, but we're much shorter now, unfortunately. Okay, take it down with the aces. Kind of hoping for a bit more action, but it's okay. Fold there. I don't even know where the comment was that what would you do? I've lost it, but I don't know. I don't even know where that comment was. Anyways. Prairie goes for the raise. We are going to fold, and ace-9 is a decent steal hand here, I'd say. We take it down. That's great. Ace-Jack gets 3-bet here. We're going to fold. 13 to 16, final 2 tables. 120 cashed. 13 of 19, 4 off the mystery bounties. We kind of want these mystery bounties to stay so we can get them and then other people to bust, right? Ace deuce against tens. We want ace deuce to stay, I think. It's interesting. We want to get in the money, but we want a mystery bounty. I don't know, man. I don't know who we're rooting for here. Down to 18. All right. It's a fun tournament. I like these mystery bounties, man. They're fun. Especially small field mystery bounties make them really dynamic, I think. Used to play a lot, then hardly played it. Now back in the mix. I'm PLO enthusiast mostly. Beautiful, man. Love that. Yeah, I think that's common, and it's something I'm trying to avoid. You guys have seen me sort of shift over the last 12 years. I used to play 6 days a week, and it was like crazy and insane. Now I play less than that, but trying to keep poker where it's something that I enjoy doing continually for the rest of my life. I'd like it to be a part of my life forever, but doing it in a way that I don't burn out and hate the game, you know? Have to fold this 3 ways when it goes back call. And ace-9, I think, is an all-in here. Same, 23 blinds. Small blind against the button open. Those are kind of fun side avenues to go down as well, though. Like, trying to get through a bunch of poker literature, which is kind of fun. So I'm going to keep doing that. Ooh, ace-9, king, queen, kings. Pretty good opportunity here for a massive pot. King Queen's got to fold to the raise jam, by the way, but that's fine. 131.93. We get the little ladder there, too, I think, because the other player was shorter. But we're out of the 55 Masters. Final table last week. This week, just a little short. We are on the soft bubble here. 27 pay, 33 left. We are one of the shortest stacks, but there's no reason why we can't make it, dude. And 12 of 18, 13 pay here. With some shorties. 3s. If it folds to us, we're all in. And we're all in with 7s for 11 blinds here. 11 and a half. Threes are going to be a folds. Moscow Mule is all in for half a blind. Guess where the first place I had a Moscow Mule was? Which city? It's actually kind of guessable if you know poker. Like, you could probably guess it. Fold, especially on the bubble here. No bounty or anything. Cashing the tournament is relevant as we get sat on a new table. Final 4 tables here. Ferret against Smash. Who's shorter? I don't know. Probably Smash was shorter, the reshove there. Yeah. All right, 4 off the money. Let's make it. The first city I had in Moscow Mule was in Prague. When I was there for the EPT Prague. Very special. Very much remember that trip. It was my first time in Europe ever. And so I flew from Calgary to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Prague. Amazing experience, dude. Amazing experience. I remember just being in that hotel room for the first time and like how different everything was, right? Like I was totally new to the experience. Didn't cash the tournament, but man, did I have a great time. Experiencing it. Beautiful place, Prague. I'd like to go back and stay at a different hotel. I don't love staying at the Hilton in Prague. It's a fine hotel, right? It's a luxury hotel. It's good. But the food is so expensive at that hotel. And to get to the center of town where a lot of the exciting things are is like a 15-minute cold walk every time. And the taxis, like you do have to worry about taxis in Prague a little bit. There's some scam taxis. I think it's a different experience if you're staying in the center of the city. And then travel to the venue for the poker. I think that would be smarter. I mean, it's a fine venue. It's just, I got tired of making that walk every time you had to eat some food. It's frustrating. Definitely call here with a bounty in play. They can reshove very wide. Ace jack's good enough, but we actually see a pretty strong hand here with 8s, which is too bad, Dottie. Too bad. Do I want to re-enter? I mean, this is a total gamble, but I'm going to do it for you guys. An absolute gamble in the 215. It's far too late for that to be a good decision, but it's good memes in it. We're hand for hand on the mystery bounty portion of this tournament. I suspect the top bounty is going to be like $2,000, maybe even $3,000, actually, 2,500. Yeah, dude. Fold to the jam, Jen. What did you say, Jen? Ace 8 was going to do something, but under the gun raises, we got to fold, man. Bubble time. Bubble time. Check, check. 7. We pick up a gutter. Huh. I think decide on the turn whether you want to bluff or not with King 5. if you can sometimes, but decided not to. Pizza ventured into PLO recently, also having medium success in the micro stakes are really fun. Definitely be entering more for the future. Beautiful. This just smashes their range when it goes limp check. Like they've just a them spot. 8s against ace jack all in the 215. Ace deuces whatever. Then deuce is a fold, and hand for hand continues here. There's a bunch of us very similar stacks, basically. 12th place has 86,000. 17th place has 41,000. And guess who's in the lead of this tournament? Matty Ice. Matty. Printing dollars, shipping it in. It's going to beat me. "100% with you there about Prague. Always staying in city center and take taxi to the Hilton." I think that's right. I think that is right, dude. That hotel's fine, but damn, I am so damn tired of that walk. Out the doors, over the road, through the mall, walk past the other 2 casinos, and then you walk under the freeway, and then you walk under the metro, and then you walk up that street, and then finally you're there. So over that walk, man. Can't be doing it. Can't be doing it. Degenerate gamble for the win. There it is. Beat all. There it is. I stayed one night at the Four Seasons in Prague. I actually thought that it was a part of my deal with the company I used to work with in the past. So I just booked a night there because it was like one of the approved hotels that you could book through the travel company or whatever. And I was like, okay, great. So I stayed there and it's like, no, you have to pay for that yourself, actually. I was like, oh, okay, well, that was very expensive. Really nice hotel though, man. Beautiful. I'd love to stay there again. The Four Seasons in Prague. Loved it. Been there so many times. Can't get enough of Prague. So many good restaurants for a good price. True. Really nice. I've been to that chili restaurant twice in Prague. That uses like peppers in every dish. Kind of nice. And also, it's a good Brazilian barbecue place in Prague too. Really good nightlife. A lot of good bars in Prague. Yeah, like it, man. Like the city. It's really nice. I'm with you. Mucka hucka. Guess what, Ferret? I got king, brother. There's no fold equity here, right? I sure hope they don't fold. That would be sad. We do want to call here. 3 off the money. Ooh. Ooh. We soft bubble, chat. You ever heard of a soft bubble? Okay. It's unfortunate. It does cost us $400. But c'est la vie, you know? The way she goes. You're at my table the big Sunday. Please leave. I just busted Superstar. I just busted, man. And now we're 50 to 16 here. We can't even get any bounties in the Super 320, Bree. Min cash is 372 though. Close to that. I would not love the double bubble. That would be painful. Ideally, that doesn't happen. You knocked me out of Matt's home game this week. Hey, yo. What's up, VLN? Look at this turn, man. Beauty. All right, we take it down. $16 to 16, man. Jimmy, did you state your opinion on the possible online poker changes that we're facing here in Alberta? I didn't specifically yet, but I think regulation generally is a good thing around the world. I think it makes sense for governments to sort of have oversight, ensure that they have proper consumer protection, that they have sort of proper safety involved, that they're utilizing payment processors that are doing their due diligence. Like, all this stuff I think is good. Regulation that restricts playing against other players I think is bad, right? Like, closed down player pools is not going to allow poker to thrive. It may allow like a short-term stimulus in terms of games are better for a year or two, but it's going to disincentivize poker companies from caring about poker. So I'm for regulation. I am against closed liquidity. Hopefully Alberta figures that out, but I think typically what happens is that the gaming companies don't really care about closed liquidity because they make their money from casino and sportsbook. Poker is like a break-even avenue for them, or they make a small amount of money from poker in relation to these other aspects. So they don't really care if the player base is just Alberta or just Ontario, because that's not where they make money. It's only players that have to care about that. So I don't think regulators understand the effect it has on tournament poker because they don't understand tournament poker, right? they're just like, well, you know, who cares if the people in Alberta only play blackjack with other people from Alberta? Well, it doesn't make a difference, right? It only makes a difference in poker. That's it. So I don't think that people are advocating for us in the regulatory boardrooms and the governmental halls and explaining why this is important, because it's only important to players, not to companies. So yeah, I mean, I think, listen, poker being legitimized by regulation is a good thing. Closed liquidity is a really bad thing for the long term of poker. You know, and by the time everything sort of rejoins together, I might be dead, dude. Like, because it's just, Black Friday was what, like 12 years ago now or something? And how many states have regulated poker in the US? Like 7, maybe? It's just, yeah. So best of luck. Basically, best of luck, dude. All good, superstar. All good, brother. You did do it to us. Okay, we're going on a quick break. Enjoy 5 minutes of Spins highlights. You're watching Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Stay with 247 prize pool. Yep. That's an ace king. Ship it, Dottie. Ace or king. Club, club. 9, the German kind. Number 8 is coming in. 920 in cash. There's 3 more to go. Gotta love it, man. $10-4 deuce rainbow. Do we want to continue with king 6? Against 20, yes. Against something else, no. I think. And did we just get called there? We did, by 10-7. Word. All in with ace 4. Against 5s, against king 10. So I don't know who's ahead here, but we'll just hit an ace and win the whole thing, I guess. That works for me. Cheers, Cootie Casanova. Cheers, man. All the way back from the dead to basically a tiger. It's a great turn. Ship it. 247 coming our way. What is that, man? We are 1167 in cashes, baby. This is the 9th spin. Limp check, ace 3-4. Bet. I think we should probably check our king and queen highs and then bet worse than that, especially when we have a heart to go along with it. But all of our 6x here, all of our 5x, all of our heart draws, and a little bit of other stuff, probably. That's excluding the actual good hands, which would be straights and 2 pairs and sets and top pairs and stuff. Ooh, fold now. It was going to be a pretty tough heads up here as to what to do. But thankfully we get saved because they would have had it dominated. And ace jack crushes them as well. So we are still 3-handed here, barely, right? No, heads up. Queen 5 suited. Definitely good enough. Against ace 4. But sometimes you just run hot. Or do you? You do. We are tied once again. I think it's a call. I'm sure glad I called against a dominating hand. No 5, no 4. Oh! Rip, dude. All right. 1167 in cashes. 1 more for our 10th spin. We are guaranteed profit at least $167. At least. 231. Not a great multi. Just want to finish our spin. 10-pack of spins, man. King, queen against jacks. All right, well, that's that. Or do we have a blind left? I think we do. that's it for the spins. 1167 is our finish there. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back. Are we going to cash this tournament? Are we going to get a mystery bounty? We're about to find out, okay? We're down to the wire here in the 320. We're short, but it's not over until it's over. So why not us? Why can't we win? Are you playing online casino slots? No. Born. This is poker. C'est la vie. Wait. Exactement. I swear you busted like 30 seconds after I made that comment. My bad, bro. It's on Superstar, honestly, for that. Superstar, that one's you, bro. That one's on you. That one is on you. Okay, so we fold here. Final two tables. Let me pull up the other table just for sweat purposes. I'll put a cover here because this is not tournament, it looks like. Okay, nice. Matty Bands, dude. Sitting on 475. Could be us, frankly. We want to get to the money here, but we also want mystery bounties. So let's get a bust out from someone so we can see what bounties we have in play. Not that we can get any right now, but you know. Good luck from the west coast of Scotland, Jamie. Thank you very much, Henry. Never been to the west coast of Scotland, and that seems like an error. I am very much excited to visit Scotland. I'll be spending some time in the UK this year. I don't know how much, but at least some time. I would guess probably a month, maybe 2 months, possibly up to 3. I don't know. And Scotland is definitely going to be happening, dude. Cannot wait to head back up to Edinburgh, back to Glasgow, and explore beyond there as well. It'll be fun. First time Moscow Mule. Marco, you were so far behind from live, bro. You're about 45 minutes behind live on YouTube, man. That's okay, though. Don't worry about it. It's one of the cool parts of YouTube, I think, where you can pause it and like you can play it behind. You can do so on Twitch as well, but you don't have the live chat still going. Jack 10 of hearts. Is something. You could also jam for 20 blinds. I don't think it's a great idea in a bounty, though. Just go for the min raise, get a call. 10-6-7 on the flop. Bet. Fast play with Jack 10 against Queen 10. No! No! Rust and Peppers, Dottie. 9-6 is going to be a call here, I think. We're pretty short. And the hand is kind of trash, but like we only have 9 blinds, right? We don't get paid for getting into the mystery bounty portion. You have to get to the top 13. This is an easy spot to just call. Flop comes 9-5-5, and like we print a bunch of money. But Jen goes for the squeeze, which makes it a fold. Okay. Wow. Are we going to burst it right here? I mean, this is probably strong. This is probably weak, but you never know. Queen's Ace King. I would love to get into the mystery bounty portion right now. Let's go. Okay, we're going to find out the mystery bounties. What's it going to be? Jen is printing, dude. 3K, 2250, 1500. Average bounty is $700. Exciting times, dude. Average bounty being $700 makes this pretty interesting. We're not in the money yet, but for us, not being able to get the bounties really, there's just one opponent shorter than us. Getting a 370 min cash is pretty valuable. There is an all-in on the other table here. So there's probably going to be a bounty. We're going to fold 9 deuce. And let's sweat this other table. Jack 10 queen 7. I think we want the bounty gone so we can get to the money, right? But no, they're up to 85,000, which puts us as the shortest stack. But I'm still not convinced that it's over for us here. Like, people will be going wild for bounties. Did your brother Matt continue to have to move away from Alberta to have continued access to the largest player pool? I don't know, Sizzle Rizzle, to be honest. Matt does spend some time out of the province as well, though. So I think he would already have a solution for that. But you'd have to ask him for sure. 5, 6, ace, 8. Yeah. Now we're on the pure bubble. Mystery bounty, be a tiny one. There's 150. Beautiful. So the average bounty now goes up in value because we lost a player. Let's see what it is. So it is 780 actually, but one of the min bounties is gone, which is great news for us. And we're on the pure bubble now as the shortest stack. But let's sneak our way into the money. How about Sweden? Explore some Swedish art and... I'm not going to say that, bro. Listen, I'm engaged, dude. I'm in a monogamous relationship. That's very kind of you, man. But I'm off the market, brother. By the way, Liverpool is now 8 points clear. Yeah, you guys are running away with it. I'm just excited Spurs are back in contention for something here. Would love to go to Sweden. Would love to. Hiya, have you played live with Chinese players? For sure, Marco. Yeah, a bunch. Hiya. Definitely picked it up. Do you think it's better to play short microgames or bigger microgames with a higher prize pool to grow up bankroll? Both are fine. There isn't a right answer to that. I think you can be successful in both. I think generally there's a bit more value in big field tournaments, but more variance, obviously, right? So if you run well, it's going to be faster, and if you run poorly, it's going to be longer. It's a bit of a smoother ride on small fields. But there's no right or wrong answer there. They're just different experiences, right? I'd play both. That's what I did. Ace 4. This is going to be an all-in if it folds to us. We are the shortest stack. I guess if there's an all-in on the other table, we could probably fold. We are on the bubble, dude. We are on the bubble, and there will be bust-outs here. It's a fold now that Jen opens, though. Matty Ice gets it done with the jam. Jen bets against Ash Ketchum. Check raise. Come on, Jen. Jam it in there with like ace jack or the ace of clubs. Do it. Hopefully they have king queen. They hit the king in the turn against ace 8. We want to burst this bubble, yo. We want to burst it. Wow. That check on the end is crazy. It's King 10 would have absolutely got the double there. Absolutely would have gotten the double there. Today is the 24th, right? Yeah. It is indeed the 24th. Hello, Jamie. What's up, Endorca? 932, what's up? Yo, let's get a bust out here. Come on now. Is Krakow same vibe as Prague? I don't know. Never been to Poland, man. Warsaw is the capital too, right? If people live in Krakow, the center looks similar. 790,000. A lot closer than Warsaw, for sure. $430 is gone, and we are in the money. Just like that. Red felt hype confirmed. The big bounties are still gettable now. $800 is the average bounty, and we are going to start our climb up the leaderboard. 372 bucks cash. Let's go. Let's start climbing now. This is probably going to be a double. We probably have the best hand, right? We get to call in both spots, okay? This is a good lineup, man. Yeah. No. Yeah. So we triple it up. We now cover this opponent for a bounty, I think. No, not quite. But we cover the two opponents on our left, and we're in this tournament, just like that. Just like that, we find ourselves in 10th. Okay. Matty Bands, need you get on that table? You run so good against your brother. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever, man. I don't know if that's true or not, Pete. Fold. The final 13. This bounty is valuable, dude. I think we raise fold 5-4 probably. Maybe not. It's an $800 bounty, which is valuable, but probably not worth going all in. Oh, man. The thing is, like, can we min raise? They call in the big blind. Like, if we knew we could go to a flop, of course we want to play, right? But we're so rarely going to go to a flop. If they have an equity edge, they're just going to jam. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not convinced that's the right play, but We keep our stack utility. We still cover both of them, which is good. King, queen on the other table doubles up. There's another short stack over there now. 10-8's a fold. By the way, could Jen not shove any 2 cards against the 3 of us here? Like the bounty is the same as 4th place right now. I think they probably could have shoved any 2 here. Nonetheless, this is going to be very interesting here. The sweat is big, man. It's a big sweat. Hopefully we have the 3K bounty and we just win this thing. Trek's all in against the limp. There might be several bounties in play here. Jen has got to really consider calling. Yeah. There could be multiple bounties in play here. Eights, nines, ace 4. We want 9s to win, ace 4 to get second. Unfortunately, Trek is out. And it is a 4 and it's the min, almost the min bounty again. Wow, average bounty is now $840. Wow. That's pretty crazy. We still cover 1 opponent on our table. And we cover 1 on the other table as well. I think calling in the big blind is right here with Queen Jack. Pretty strong hand, yeah. Decent. And then check fold. Jimmy, nice hand with the ace queen. Thank you, Andorka. Hopefully it's our time, you know. Vamos. 372 cashed, jump up to 390, which means absolutely nothing in one spot. It's an $18 jump, and the bounties are worth, on average, $840. Now, Queen 10 here, I think, is a call to an all-in. The thing is, like, we cover bounties, and this is going to be a shove with any 2. It should be a shove with any 2. Which, so Queen 10 does pretty well, and the prize jumps are worth almost nothing. So I think having the stack is important here. So we call. But Jack 5's going to get us. GG out. Oh, 150 bounty too. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure you go watch Matt, because these bounties are really big now. Like, none of the big bounties have gone, meaning the average bounty is now pretty dang big. That's obviously disappointing. $390. We got it in pretty good there, but c'est la vie. That's it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. See you back this week. We've got the home game league. Matt's home game is on Monday. My home game is on Friday. Bunch of added prizes if you're in a place around the world that can play in the global party poker. I think Germany's excluded, maybe one other country as well, just because of regulations on prizes. But great value home game. Would love to have you guys in there. And that's it for me today, okay? So see you this week. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you later.